The following is a presentation of TFNN. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Every trading day, live at 10 a.m. Eastern. Call now, toll free at 877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. We have the Dow Industrials down 74, NASDAQ off 4, S&P's flat. Gold down $16.60, trading $19.22. You got silver down 23 cents, $26.37 an ounce. Light sweet crude up 54 cents, $43.16 a barrel. Notes and bonds. We have the 10-year right now down 10 ticks, 139.06. The 30-year off a full point and 7 ticks at 178.07. You want to watch those notes and bonds, folks. This is quite a change out here today, meaning that you're only down 10 ticks, but you get some monster volume, and you've had monster volume. I've been on this since about 6:30 this morning. So you get some people selling some notes and bonds out here. King dollar down 203 ticks, trading 93.09. You got the euro at 118. The yen is at 106.45, and the British pound is at 131 to 1 U.S. dollar. Tom O'Brien, what's going on?
What happened to all the green on the board, man? I look up, I look down, and boom, 30 minutes makes a world of difference in this market. Watch out.
A world of difference, and how about the Dow Industrials, huh?
Ooh. You texted me last night, man. I pulled it up. I said, man, oh, man, Exxon, yeah, it's just
we
crazy,
don't need
man.
the oil anymore, man. You just need the internet.
Hey.
That's it.
Well, I might need oil at 30 or 40 bucks a barrel, man, but I don't need it at $100 a barrel that it was at in 2014 when Exxon was the biggest market cap in the whole world.
Isn't it, folks? This is in Exxon right now, as they just got kicked out, folks. GE had got kicked out. They were the longest. They were the longest. Now they just kicked out Exxon. Bottom line, pretty amazing.
I had to double take, man. I said, really, they were the biggest company in the world.
I was trying to text you. I was on the phone at the same time trying to text you, saying, you got to see this, man. You got to see this.
You got to love it.
Let's go over to our man, Mr. Kevin Hinks at TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim, as we do every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And don't forget, folks, every trading day right here, 11 to 12 Eastern Standard Time. You want to understand the option market, option strategies, futures, outstanding program. If you haven't test-driven yet the Thinkorswim platform, real easy to do. You're sitting on our website. Hit the banner, bring it up. They'll allow you to trade with paper money. You can follow Kevin and his team every trading day. Kevin Hinks, what's going on?
Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Tommy. 93 years, guys. ExxonMobil was in the Dow Industrial Average.
I'm telling you, man. It's
pretty significant change going on here.
That's a shocker, man. I mean, you know.
How about this one? Tom? Honeywell got kicked out 12 years ago. Now they're back in.
Yeah.
Seriously, man, right?
Yeah. Pretty incredible.
It really is incredible.
This was all the Apple effect.
Yes.
So remember, the price for your listeners, the price weighted average of the Dow Jones Industrial Average means the higher price get a bigger percentage of the weighting. And for Apple splitting 4-for-1, that means their percentage dropped from 27 to 20%. Putting Salesforce in, that means the IT sector went down to 20%, I should say, not Apple.
Yes.
But so putting Salesforce back in brings the average back up to 23%.
Wow.
So that's the impetus for why they did it.
I'm sure Musk is not too happy this morning, right? The bottom line is that, he
wants to be in every index, of course.
Well,
there you go.
There's no doubt about that, So, hey, Kevin, let me ask you. We know that, and I love introducing you as this is the most wonderful time of the year, meaning that it's so true because, you get all the earnings that come out. And one of the main reasons, folks, that Kevin thinks it is the most wonderful time of the year when you're trading options is that you have so many different strategies that you can use. So talk to me about, you got earnings that are coming out. At the end of earnings, right, then where do you go in the option market then? Do you know what I'm saying? Because, we get the numbers coming out. We know that this is pretty cool, man, okay? Whether you're a bull or a bear, what is the option, strategy? So out of that, here's the real question. Out of that, how many weeks out of the, let's say, the cycle of 12 do you have that? And then where do you go in the option market after that?
Well, I mean, the good news is, and you're right, the end of the quarter, there's always a lull in terms of earnings.
Okay.
I always say that the banks start earnings, and when you see Nike come out with their earnings report,
okay,
that means earnings season is almost over.
I got it.
They're always one of the last names to get put earnings each quarter. But you're right, there's a lull. But there's several things that investors with a broad brush can do. Like right now in the summer, you could be trading grains.
Yes.
Right? The grain markets are moving. But I mean, even though, let's face it, we've had one of the better summer trades that we've had in my lifetime, frankly.
Yes.
So with volatilities up there. But yeah, you do have to be a little more selective. And as you're watching, what I found, guys, is as you're watching the overall market and watching different stocks, and as your list of stocks get bigger, there's always something, right? Today,
right.
I mean, yesterday there was the whole economy coming back on trade was live, right? And it was the banks, it was industrials, it was airlines. All those were up yesterday in a nice, strong day. So I find personally that there's always something to trade if you keep an open mind and keep looking at things. So I've never had a problem finding things to trade. And this summer, even easier, Tom.
Which is so cool. Now, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of option traders. Tommy's texting me this morning, well, actually last night, about Salesforce, because they're coming out with their numbers anyway, and then on top of that, the bottom line, you get into the Dow, and when that happens, folks, just so you understand that not only Dow Industrials, but plenty of people that mimic those indices have to buy the equity. And we're talking about 5 days.
You have to sell the others and buy this. So that's why Salesforce is a little strong today. And they've got earnings after the bell.
Yes.
Or is it after the bell today, they have earnings. So we're covering them in the first section of today's show.
Love it.
We're covering Salesforce.
Love it. Telling you, man, it's a brave new world, and they kick Exxon out of the Dow Industrials, man.
Incredible turn of events. Let's put it that way.
It is. It's.
And how about Pfizer?
Yes.
Pfizer could come out with a coronavirus vaccine, and they're kicked out of the Dow Industrials. But you know what it shows, guys? It shows the small sample size that the Dow Jones Industrials is.
Right.
I mean, you've got the S&P 500, you've got the Russell 2000, and even the NASDAQ is 100 names. So 30, all things considered, I know it's the headline name that you get every day on the news, but it's the least benchmark that I watch.
No, the same with me, Kevin, and I got a feeling that, even folks that have been in the market for a long time are coming in the market. When you can kick ExxonMobil out, that still doesn't make any sense to me. I can tell you. You know what I mean? It's like oil's not going away, man. It's like I know people
exactly.
It's just not.
As oil spikes with the hurricane ripping through the Gulf as well
totally,
today.
Man. Unreal. Listen, folks, 45 minutes from now, outstanding program. You want to understand the option market, option strategies, futures, all the above. Check it out. Kevin, you have a great day, safe day, and we look forward to the program.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kevin.
Stay right there. Tommy and I come right back. We get the Dow down 120, NASDAQ off 7, S&P's off 2. Come right back.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's down to 66, Nasdaq's up 14, S&Ps are up 4. You just got a nice little pop out here, Tom.
We started off by saying, what's up with the red? Now we say, what's up with all the green, man?
Yeah. So this is pretty wild, isn't it? Inside the Dow, how this whole price-weighted deal goes. When I was listening to your program this morning, it was pretty intriguing as you were explaining it. That just must have flipped the Dow Industrials out totally, man, when Apple decided to go 4 for 1, right?
Well, especially because, like Kevin just talked about, right? A lot of people already, especially if you're in the industry and on the nightly news very often, right? You'll see, the Dow did this, the Dow did that.
Right.
If you're in the industry, you're well aware of what a small, misleading index it can be sometimes. And I often joke that, if I'm like a teacher in high school or in college and I say, the assignment is create an index that's reflective of the economy in the country, and you come back to me with 30 stocks, and you come back to me and tell me that the index is going to move relative to the price of their shares on a daily basis, having nothing to do with market capitalization, I might just mark D, C, or F somewhere on that and hand it back to the student and say, well, where'd you get this idea? Because it makes zero sense. Like it does.
I know. Yeah. And they've got away with it for so long, and they're still going to get away with it. It's pretty wild, man. The
price-weighted deal, man, is because the price of a stock means literally zero.
Right.
It means zero. The example I gave this morning, to exacerbate it and exaggerate it as much as you can, is you have one company that has a share price at $1,000, and you have 5 shares of that company. Right. It's worth $5,000. You have another company that's worth $1, the share price, and you got 1 billion shares, and the company is worth $1 billion. Well, just the share price means literally nothing. So I don't. It's
wow.
It's but hey, it is what it is, as they say.
Yeah, wild, man.
Yeah.
So let's go take a look at the Apple. Bottom line is that when you look at Apple right now, folks, also Apple's down $8, but I was really looking and saying, okay, is it going to be this easy that, the day after, day of record of splitting is that he's going to pull back? I mean, I expected a pullback, but the bottom line is that, is it really going to, really pull back now? It's like, I mean, this is like a sideways move, $8,
Sure.
Yeah. Tesla, same setup in Tesla. You know, Tesla right now, let's see, TSLA. That pulled back a bit yesterday, you know, but still, it is really still a sideways move, man. I mean, you know, you came back from what, 21.29 yesterday, and you're at 19.96. You know.
Yeah.
Telling you, it's just wild in general. And now, of course, what's also coming on now here, folks, okay, is that we're coming into the end of the month again. We're coming into window dressing again. You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, you know, what's going to move this market, man? You know?
Hey, so I just cherry picked. I just Googled because, you know, to exacerbate it even more. Now, this is an article from March of 2019, but it just exacerbated, you know, Boeing was one of the biggest contributors to the Dow when it had that epic rise, right? And
yes.
It's cherry picking. Now, I don't even know where they're going for, but I remember some of the statistics of the rise in the Dow and what it solely had to do with Boeing. I mean, this one,
right.
Boeing has accounted for nearly 30% of the year-to-date. Now, this is March of 2019, okay?
Yeah.
But 30% of the year-to-date rise in the Dow. Without Boeing's contribution, the index year-to-date return of 11.5% would fall to 8%. One stock,
right.
Boeing, which at that time was doing very nefarious things, as we all know now,
yeah.
okay, was responsible for 30% of the rise, and we all know how that went, okay? So it's just,
yeah.
and there's even more ridiculous statistics.
Boeing went from 446, folks, down to $120.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, seriously. And that was after going in the beginning of, September of 2016, you're at $130 and you run it up to 446. You know? Yeah, crazy.
So,
hey, how about Best Buy, man, to jump around? One
yes.
of the stocks with action this morning. They came out with their earnings this morning. Strong earnings, but what they talked about was, number one, what they're seeing in the third quarter, they don't see continuing.
Yeah.
And what they also talked about was zero guidance, man, which is not what you want to hear at this point. I talked about, you know, early on, you and I talked about,
right.
There's no reason for guidance when the pandemic was raging early on, because who could have guided in the forward? But right now, man, you should, as a public company, be able to estimate where you're going to be in the future, because the world has changed. It's changed for at least the next 6 months, year, 2 years, 3 years,
right.
forever, maybe,
right?
You should have some guidance if you're a strong company. If you don't, investors might be a little wary, and you got Best Buy down about 6%. Now, this stock in particular, man, you just ran from $48 to $120, so you're still at 110. But a little bit wary when you got a company saying strong trends are not going to continue, and we can't even tell you what we think is going to happen in the future right now.
Yeah, the world needs another stimulus check. I mean, the stimulus checks were big for all the electronics stores,
definitely.
Right? I mean, there's no doubt about that. And
especially that rush in the beginning.
Yes.
For setting up work from home,
sure.
For setting up maybe you know, an extra computer, an extra web camera, an extra mouse, right?
Right.
But we're now back. I mean, schools started in Florida yesterday.
Oh yeah.
So that's done. You know
That's
what I mean?
right.
It's kind of done. Like, everybody is, if it's working from home, you probably have an area that you're pretty set up at this point. Kids going back to school remotely, you probably got that done at this point, or at least it's fading at this point. So it's kind of tough to see especially when they don't have any guidance, man.
Yeah, and what's going to be interesting, you know, if we look at Microsoft for a second. So, I'm not sure what they're using in all different, you know, counties. In Pinellas County, they're using Microsoft Teams.
Okay.
And I was on the computer with Olivia yesterday, and it's pretty cool, man. I mean, it's a pretty clean program to use.
Okay.
And it'll be interesting to see, you know, I don't know how Microsoft Teams works, is that, you know, I believe we get it free, right, because we get a subscription. So I don't know what happens, like, with big companies, how that works. Do you know what I'm saying? But,
sure. I mean, I think I really haven't used it. I know a lot of students. I believe out here in Polk County, same thing. They're using Microsoft Teams.
Right.
And, you know, we have Office 365, so that might be a part of it, as you're saying. But a lot of corporate environments as well, same deal, man. They're, you know, Microsoft pretty perfectly, you know, placed with whether it's the cloud, whether it's Teams, so forth. How about Zoom yesterday crashing?
Oh, well, this is what's so funny. I had a call that got canceled. And I'm saying, that's it. I thought it was just the call itself. Do you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, it was back on at 1. What was interesting about it, the call was supposed to be at 11 a.m. as soon as we get off.
Yeah.
And, they emailed me and they said, oh, we're changing it to 1. And they did get it back up by 1, but my understanding from this morning is that, the bottom line, it was, off quite a bit for everyone. So that had to be.
Yeah.
I was surprised Zoom didn't get smoked,
I had something at 12:30 myself. And it was back up by then. But we were joking that, man, we don't use Zoom often. Set it up 12:30. And on that day, it crashes. And a lot more companies, my friends who do the credit card processing out in Long Island, they just made a complete shift from the platform they were using, and I just forget which it was, to use Zoom entirely.
Wow.
And he was a little bit worried. Now, they do credit card processing. They do $1.2 billion a month, they do. And they just shifted to Zoom. Can you imagine the impact that can have on a company like that when you're dealing with, agents all over the country? Whether it is, you get reliability, very important.
Yeah. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks.
If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com and selecting the newsletter tab. Sign up today. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now down $1.09, Nasdaq off 15, S&Ps are down 3. It's going to get interesting here, folks. This is a big change of trend volume-wise here as to what is going on inside this bond market. Let's take a look at it for a second, because this was this is some monster volume, and more than likely you got an ABC structure on the way down, meaning that you're going to get higher rates, which, you know, so look at this 30-year, man. Okay, so the 30-year is 398,000 contracts right now. You're going after a swing point that only has 380,000 contracts, and of course we're talking about 10:30 in the morning. This thing looks like we're gonna get down into these lows of June 5th, which is 170 on the 30. And
yeah, that's when we had a yield of jump to the 10, but the 10 was about 0.9%, I think, at that, which is crazy to think that we get a 10-year yield in 0.9.
Yeah, if we take a look at the 10 too, it's the same setup, man. The 10 already has 1.7 million contracts. Yeah, that'd be saying the 10 wants to get down to 136.22 or a 139, man. So
yeah, big move for sure.
That's
yeah. I mean, already the 10-year yield is back above 0.7%.
Yeah. So
yeah.
You know, you want to pay attention to that, because that's coming out of nowhere, folks. Okay, the Fed has managed to keep the 30 and 10 just about flat, excluding a couple days. You know, I was talking to myself this morning, Tom, doing mental calisthenics. I'm saying to myself, okay, man, hold it. Is this ready to pull the switch on this? And the last time, so picture this, folks. Okay, the last time I pulled the switch, I didn't lose any money. I think I broke even. Was like, I don't know, about 2 months ago, meaning going short the bonds.
Sure.
And that was the first time in like 8 years. It's like, you know, but when I saw it this morning, I'm saying to myself, oh, man, hold it. This is peeking its head up, man. You know,
Sure. Yeah, and it's just crazy how, you know, no matter what the market has done, right, those bonds haven't had a move like this since kind of that June collapse. And, you know, we've kind of been 139.22 has just been a magnet.
It has.
For the high and just for the oscillation of that, and we're now approaching 139. So yeah, decisive move for sure.
Nah, there's no doubt. Let's go take a look at the dollar out here. So the dollar, folks, you know, the bottom line is that it jumped back into its higher range, and you know, you're down 250 ticks, but that's nothing. You know, you'd have to get below this 95.546 again in order 92 rather 546. You know, it looks to me like, you know, this baby is going to try to test the August 3rd or the August 12th, both of them swing levels, man. So, you know, you got a couple, you know, between the currencies and those bonds out there, that's a little change of trend. We'll see where that's going to basically get things, but it's definitely out there. Our man Larry Pesavento, right? Let's talk about Larry, right?
That's right, man. So now we're at 22.5 hours from right now.
Really?
22 and a half hours, 9 a.m. tomorrow, man. Larry's going to be in there trading live, 5 hour, 9 a.m. till 2 p.m. He did this, man, what was it, May, right? Or 4 months ago already. That went really well. And the only reason that it's 5 hours, folks, is because the end of the day, he's not really the conviction of the moves aren't as strong as Larry likes. So he likes that morning action throughout the middle of the day, and he's not just going to be guessing for the final couple hours. So that's when he likes to trade. He focused on those 5 hours. He's going to be in there live, $295. With that, you get a month of Fibonacci 24/7. That's a $97 value. So you knock it down to, you know, basically under $200. And with that, you gain a month of his newsletter. The webinar will be archived 9 a.m. till 2 p.m. And I'll be in there when I can tomorrow. I'll probably watch the whole archive when I get the chance for sure. Will be archived, and it should be a good event, man. Check it out on the front page. And get in there today, and you gain instant access to his newsletter.
Which is
while
great.
you get ready for that event.
Exactly. And it is live trading, folks. So the bottom line is that you can follow right along with what Larry's doing or not follow along. You can decide. But the bottom line is that it's very unique in that aspect that markets are open. It's going to be live trading, in, out, all of the above. So,
yeah,
no doubt. And as we say, this whole time deal just keeps going quicker and quicker, man. You know,
one day to the next. It's pretty amazing, man.
Yeah. So S&Ps out here, folks, they're flat. Bottom line, nothing is bothering them. It's like nothing's bothering even any of the indices, really. I mean, the Dow's down $140, big deal, right?
Hey, can we jump over to oil? Because, man, that storm strengthening in the Gulf is just turned into a big one, man. I was talking about Katrina, of course.
You were.
I had to trigger my brain, and I did remember it. Odyssey Marine.
That's right.
Was the company, man. Talk about timing being everything.
Yeah, Tommy and I closed Harrah's, folks. That's what he didn't say. He almost said it on the air. Listen this morning. He says, yeah, we went to Harrah's. Well, we closed Harrah's, okay? We were walking back. We were walking back at 3 o'clock in the morning or something.
And thank God we did well.
We did.
Because we had cash, which turned out, as they say, and it's not an exaggeration, cash was king, folks, because ATM shut down. Nobody had any money. Everybody wanted to get out of the city. Thankfully, we had been playing some poker. You had been playing some craps, I'm sure. And we had some cash because we needed it, man, to get out of that city. And we also joked that, worst case, because we couldn't get out of the city. Things changed so quick when these storms hit the Gulf, and it blew up out of nowhere. Basically put a bullseye right on New Orleans.
So as context for this, too, folks, I'll give you a little context. We'd been in hurricanes before, bad ones, too. We were in Hurricane Bob, okay? So before we left the hotel room, remember we filled the bathtub up. I mean, we did some things before we left the hotel room. It's not like but because Hurricane Bob, we were 2 or 3 weeks without electricity, okay? So we've seen, we've never seen anything like this, I can tell you that. Okay.
Oh, no. This thing, Katrina was almost the entire size of the Gulf, it looked like at times, when it was spinning towards. I said, thankfully, we were in one of the high-rise hotels, the Hilton. Took great care of us. They actually housed the lower 5th Ward Police Department when they shut down. So we basically had the police department in our lobby, which was very important with how things ended up.
And remember where they put us. Where they put us, folks. There's a room inside the whole hotel, and that was totally blocked because when we came out in the morning, so picture, everyone's like in a big gym floor, right? Sleeping and all this stuff. You come out, and there's nothing left, no matter where you look. No windows. You look across the street, there's nothing.
They knew it was going to be so bad that you had to sign a waiver if you wanted to stay in your room. Maybe you had health concerons or something that you didn't want to have because the elevators were going to be out. So you were worried about the stairs. You had to sign a waiver. Otherwise, they put everybody in the convention hall, basically. The reason why is it's the center of the hotel, away from windows, no windows in the area. Everybody brought down blankets. They brought down pillows. We were fortunate to get a corner space. There's only 4 corners in the whole convention hall, and we got one of them, which was awesome. And we were very fortunate in terms of a lot of people because the hotel that the event had designated, was a French Quarter hotel. Those are great, but all of those shut down and basically kicked everybody out and said, we can't be responsible of housing you.
And they kicked them out, folks, only like 12 hours before it's coming in. Yeah, that was
afterwards. They kicked them out afterwards.
Oh, afterwards. That's right.
Yeah.
So
they didn't kick them out on the street.
As soon as we come back, we'll go over that oil market, folks. And
it's reacting.
It seems that what has happened with this hurricane coming, the same thing. It hit that Gulf and just exploded. It's a 3 coming in right now. Stay right there. Tommy and I come right back, folks.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get that competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now down 127. You get the Nasdaq up 8. S&P is a flat. And we got a yin and yang out here, Tom. Like, consumer confidence number just come out, right? So
I saw that email you just sent me.
Yeah, and, the consumer confidence number, folks, dropped in August to the lowest since 2014 as consumers soured on employment and business conditions, indicated Americans are becoming despondent and persistently amid the persistently high joblessness rates. That being said, the bottom line is that the housing numbers are breaking all records out here. Could you guys go over that? Remember, I sent you that housing one earlier, Tommy. I can't find it again.
Sure. Let me pull it up right now. I got new home sales surge in July to highest since December. So new home sales in the U.S. jumped to the highest level in almost 14 years in July as mortgage rates helped fuel a suburban construction boom. Purchases of new single-family houses climbed 13.9% from June to 901,000 annualized pace. The median forecast they were looking for was 790,000. Median selling price rose 7.2% from a year earlier.
It's a big number, man.
It is. Hey, housing, man. Housing's rocking, especially if you're in the right area. We're very, very fortunate to be where we are in Florida.
We are.
Especially some of those big cities, New York City. Man, can you imagine being in Silicon Valley, right? Something like that, where it's just a complete exodus.
Oh, listen, I'm thinking of advertising in Silicon Valley and bringing them all to St. Pete.
Totally.
Because it's pocket change for them. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Hey, I told you about one of our partners in the Chicago area, right? One of our businesses that they're thinking about moving, et cetera. It makes sense, man. The remote workforce, it's happening, and the amount you can buy for $1 in Florida versus the amount you can buy in cities like Chicago, Boston, New York, let alone Silicon Valley. If you have that type of flexibility, if you want to make that move, it's on. It's happening in a big way,
the deal of no state taxes is a big deal. There's no doubt.
Ooh, huge.
Yeah,
huge.
No doubt.
That just to jump back real quick to the consumer confidence number, pretty remarkable that it's actually below April. April came in at 85.7. We just put 84.8. When you think about how wary everything was in April, to be under that number, that's pretty stark, man. That surprises me.
Yeah. No. There's no doubt, man. And if you go, one of the big questions out here, folks, is that, the bottom line is the inflation market going to kick off, and in 2007, 2008, many of us thought that, inflation should kick in. And what the differential was, and this is pretty wild when you think about it, the differential in 2007, 2008 is that the banks got all the money, not the public. Well, the public got the money this time, folks. Okay, companies did too, but the public got a lot of money. So it's going to be intriguing watching this as it lays out. And when you start looking, there's been plenty of publicity that the lumber market is going through the roof, and it has. I mean,
sure. I
got this up here right now, and you're talking about going from 283 to 791. Now, the way the lumber market works, folks, each one of those that I'm quoting here, that ends up being, a full train load of lumber. That's what you're basically basing this on.
110,000 board
feet, yeah. The easy way to think about this, like in general, is that you don't even have to get into the aspect of, okay, what's a board foot and all that. You have to get into the aspect that, hey, it's more than doubled.
Right.
You know what I'm
What's
saying?
It done percentage. Percentages are everything. Totally,
yeah.
Man.
And, that makes a difference, folks, because the bottom line is that is not the only thing that has been going up. And, what the Fed is doing and has done, and this is why what ended up happening, was it last Wednesday when they come out with the statement? No, Friday when they come out with the statement. Was it Friday? Wednesday or Friday? What had happened is that they were supposed to come out with this paper. Well, yeah, the journal was saying they would come out with this paper at the end of this month. They pushed that off until the end of December. And with the paper, this is the first time that they've basically done this type of analysis. And the speculation is that inside of this analysis, they're going to explain why they are going to let inflation run a lot harder than they have in the past.
Yeah.
That'll
be interesting. Thursday, right?
Isn't it? No, exactly.
Jackson Hole.
Right.
Yeah, virtual right, Jackson Hole.
Pretty wild. Yeah. Let's go to John in Philly. Hey, John, what's going on, brother?
Good morning, Tom and Tommy. Thanks for taking the call.
Absolutely. Thanks for calling, man.
Morning,
Thanks
John.
for holding.
Say, Tom, I wanted to ask you, please, just about the COMEX gold contract.
Yes.
And the observation I share is that since we made that high up at 2089, I think that was August 6th, we've backed down, and we've repeatedly come back to kind of this 1920 area.
Right.
And that coincidentally is that top in 2011. My question to you is, do you attach any significance to price holding above that level right here and now? And the second question is, where do you see it going?
That's pretty cool, man. I'm going to bring that all the way back. Okay, so...
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, this is pretty cool what he's talking about here, folks. Because, yeah, first off, there's significance there for sure, because that's what markets love to do. Yeah, I see what you're saying, man.
Resistance might become support, right?
It does. It does. And what I would say right now, we're in a very precarious place inside this gold market. And the reason is this. Most times, like, you need more bars than just like this high. Do you know what I'm saying, John? It's like it didn't stay up there long enough. I got it on a monthly. Yeah, it stayed up there 2 months. That being said, it can break in a second, man. I mean, when I'm looking at this dollar looks to me like it's going to go after these swing points again. So that's saying longer term to be would be like, let's say the next 3 months. I think 2,700 is game within that area. Shorter term, they can jam this down to like 1825 in a heartbeat, man. It's like I don't like how much is messing around here right now. It's
that's precisely the reason I called you.
Yeah, I mean it's pulling back with light volume, but it's like, you know what? And what happens when you hear between John and I and Tommy, folks, in general, the gold market is very easy to push around. I mean, very easy. I mean, it's like it's a very small market, So if these broker dealers want to push it around, man, or someone wants to push it, they can. And they know what ends up happening. It's always the chicken and egg. It has to do with you push the futures, they got to sell the GLD. You sell the GLD, brings the futures lower. Now just the opposite happens if someone decides that, okay, man, I want to go long. Push the futures up, GLD goes up, more money comes in. There's been more money coming in the GLD and the gold market in general, folks, than it's ever I think it's the number. I think. Let me see if I get the article. I think the number is twice as much as the last high, John. So
right. Yes, indeed.
It's a very big number. So, but
thanks so much.
Yeah, cooking, brother.
Thanks, John.
Hey, Tommy, the S&P's down 4 points, man. What happened?
Yeah, I don't know. Let's find out. Please, somebody tell me.
Oh my God. Dow's off 152, Nasdaq's off 3, S&Ps are off 3.5. Stay right there. Come right back, folks.
Back in the day, I joined Hotel California in 2006, and like many of you, was drawn in by, as well as...
Whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows.
You see, I believe that everything in life happens for us, not to us. And Tom ignited the fire within me to want to learn how to master the markets. So how did I go from knowing nothing about technical analysis to becoming the #1 market timer for the S&P 500 in 2018 and the #2 market timer in 2019? Simply put, I hired coaches with a proven track record, which led me to a whole new set of tools that I created to interpret the message of buyers and sellers. I would love the opportunity to teach you this award-winning set of tools and to help you improve your market timing. You can test drive my newsletter service, Mastering Probabilities, for the next 30 days with no risk to you. Plus, you'll gain access to archive workshops that'll take you step-by-step through my system. Sign up today by going to the homepage of TFNN.com and selecting Mastering Probability in the newsletter tab. Bam!
The gold market has taken off topside in a large way in 2020. If you want to take advantage of this sector, now is the time to subscribe to my gold report. The gold report took profits in 4 of its equities in the gold portfolio in the first week of January for a combined profit of 99.2%, with 2 positions left in the portfolio that have a profit of 67.5% as of January 7th. The gold report is a comprehensive look at the metals sector as well as the markets that move gold, which is the currency and bond markets. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. Every Monday morning, I publish the gold report with coverage of gold, silver, bonds, the XAU, HUI, GDX, as well as more than 30 different mining equities. To see for yourself the types of profitable trades that are recommended within the gold report, sign up now by visiting TFNN.com. Don't miss out on the next great gold trade. Sign up today.
With markets trading with extreme volatility and peaks and troughs everywhere, regardless of what you're looking at in the markets, this is a great time to see the type of analysis Basil Chapman delivers for his subscribers every market day with the Opening Call newsletter. Basil has been analyzing markets, providing his take for subscribers to his trading services since 1984. Every morning, Basil publishes an update for his subscribers, along with weekend and evening updates when warranted. The Opening Call provides traders a daily market overview with regard to the direction of the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, along with specific recommendations, including stops and targets. You also gain instant access to Basil's subscriber webinar archive from earlier this year, a dark cloud cover, and essential market analysis. Ride the Chapman wave today by signing up for the Opening Call newsletter on the front page of TFNN.com under the newsletter tab. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Sign up today.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now down 156. You got the Nasdaq off 2, S&Ps are off 3, and let's just do this quick, folks. And Tom, Rocket Mortgage, right? So let's see what we got here. You got, I was thinking about this yesterday. So Rocket's down $1.44, and I know you've been talking about this before on your program. I mean, what a great time to sell into the marketplace, right?
Lowest rates ever. Everybody in the whole world, country at least, who wanted to refinance probably got it done at this point. And you got them pushing out paper for the company, man. But I was talking about that before the IPO, and guess what, man? You just went from $18 to 30 almost. So
yeah, well, and I was talking to Bug Spriggs yesterday, right? And so it's so intriguing here, folks, is this. Like he was saying, listen, they know in the business in general, so picture, these are all independent mortgage brokers, folks. Whoever right now remortgages, they never expect it's going to be another refinance, okay? So he's saying, oh, man, okay, I got to get it now. This is it. And then I start thinking, imagine the information, the data that Rocket Mortgage has.
Exactly.
Like they know how many people may or may not in general refinance, and then it's like, okay, so the next thing to do is to take the aspect of it, okay, there's always going to be new mortgages out here, but is the probability that you go lower or go higher? So pretty wild, man.
The numbers on what they're doing this year, Rocket, versus what they're doing last year, mammoth numbers. I forget what they are, but just epic growth.
Right.
So I would just be wary, man. Be wary. That's in that stock, because anytime you got a company pushing out, because they don't need the cash. They're not going to grow that company.
No, it's a middleman.
Exactly.
Stay right there, folks. We got Think of Some coming up next. Then I'm Mr. Basil Chapman. Ride that wave. Steve Rhodes, Dave White. I'll be back this afternoon. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.
Look at him, folks.